Hey guys, welcome back to Trellis and Trails Homestead. The weather is finally warm enough to start getting our back patio ready for summer. I like to do this every year after the winter season. We get a lot of snow here in our backyard throughout the winter, and it's always pretty shaded during the wintertime sun, as I call it. It's great in the summertime. We get basically full sun for a solid 6 to 8 hours a day back here in the summer, but the winter it's always shaded, so we spend a majority of the time with snow on our back patio that doesn't melt very quickly. So every year before summer, when the weather is warm enough, I really like to go in and pressure wash the patio. You can see my husband here pressure washing it, and get it all cleaned up so that we can put our rug out and our furniture and just give it a little spring patio refresh. So that's what we're doing here on this day. You can see all that dirt and grime, and it's just so gross after the winter season, so it's always so nice to get it refreshed. I didn't put any flowers or anything out yet because we still are having some cool nighttime temperatures, but just having the rug and the furniture out is so nice. We have this lilac tree in our backyard that I didn't realize that we had. I'm so happy about it. It bloomed this year for the first time that I've seen since I've lived here, and it was just gorgeous. My plants from inside spent quite a bit of time outside during this week, hardening off. We still have a couple more days before I can plant them out. We are at close to the end of May right now, but I told you guys that my last frost date is anywhere from like May 21st to May 31st. And though we're not getting frost right now, we still are having some nighttime temperatures down into the 40s. And higher 40s is okay. I don't mind putting stuff out if it's going to be higher 40s. I don't want to put my plants through any low 40 temperatures outside because I did that last year, and I think they definitely were stunted, the tomato and pepper plants especially. So tomato and pepper plants really like for it to be warm. Ideally, I don't like to put those out until the nighttime temperatures are above 50 degrees. And there are periods of time in the summer where we do get cooler temperatures and the temperature may drop below 50 degrees at night. And that's fine, but just for the first week or two that they're out, I really like for them to experience 50-degree temperatures at least. I brought the cat out because she spends basically all day long during the summertime when I'm home out here on this patio. She loves it so much. She loves her little tent. It's like a little secure, safe place for her. So she'll spend all day long out here. I give her water and a snack or two, and yeah, she'll stay out here all day. So it's her favorite thing. I got this rug this year. This is a new rug. I had the same rug for the last 2 years. It was the exact same rug actually. It was just a different color. It was more of the teal blue that you can see here. The entire thing was more teal, and it was gorgeous, but I really, really like this one with the royal blue. Also, the previous one, the lighter blue color, just faded so much. So I like that this one has a brighter pop of color. It ended up looking really great out here. I think this is a 5x8. It's like the perfect size for the patio. I don't want the entire patio covered, but just kind of underneath the furniture. And we just spend so much time out here in the summer. We have our grill. We're out here gardening and hanging out, doing other things. So I just want it to be cozy and cute and just be a comfortable space for all of us to spend time out here in the summertime. Just a little garden update. Our potatoes that we planted a few weeks ago are doing so well. These red Norland potatoes are already popping up. The yellow, the Yukon Gold are starting to pop up a little bit. We have these rabbits that obviously feel so safe in our yard because they are in our backyard all the time. There's usually 2 of them. So here he is just hanging out in the grass and things. Our garlic is popping up really well. It's definitely grown quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. And I'll probably wait until August to harvest it. Late July, early August, we'll see how it does. We had some carrots and onions planted in that bed as well. Here we have some radishes that are starting to pop up. I probably need to go through and thin them out a little bit so that they have space. And then I planted some of our lettuce and direct sowed some. We have some tiny little sprouts popping up, but nothing too big yet. Our Welsh onions, we've had these in our yard since we moved in, and they have really taken off this year. We also have a rhubarb plant here in the corner. Maybe we'll be able to harvest from it this year. It's at least the 3rd year that it's been planted. It's just still kind of small. And that's right here beside our beautiful lilac bush. I am just so happy that we have this. It's stunning, so pretty. I thought about harvesting some of it to do some things with it, make some lilac jelly or things like that, but I actually didn't. I think I'll save that for next year when it blooms. We've just got some various little flower gardens and wildflowers popping up everywhere. And I decided to go ahead and try to plant some zinnia and marigold seeds. I saved these seeds from last year that I harvested from the plant at the end of the season so that I didn't have to buy these. And I'm interested to see how that goes. We also have this wildflower seed from a Moink meat box that I ordered last year. I thought it was so cute that they sent this card with it has wildflower seeds in the card. You just soak the card and then cover it with like sand or soil, and supposedly wildflower sprouts will appear in a week or so. I think I'm going to try it. I'm going to soak it. I'm going to give it probably a couple of days before I do that. And maybe we'll have some wildflowers to kind of spread about the yard. I think that would be really cute. I love having all of my seeds organized in this photo storage box. I have each little individual box labeled with like flowers or carrots or radish or lettuces or whatever they are by category. And it has just been so easy to kind of pull seeds, go through, see what I have, figure out what I don't have, what I need to order for the season. I just like how organized they are, and they're not being spread about. Some of these packages are open so the seeds aren't spilling out when they're stored in here. And this was not my idea. I've seen other YouTubers use these photo storage boxes, and it's absolutely genius. I love it so much. I'll probably forever use these for storing my seeds. It's just been so helpful this year. I ended up tossing some chives in my lettuce bed, my bed with my lettuce and radishes in it, just in this corner here. I only had like half a pack of chives, I didn't realize, so It just filled pretty much 1.5 rows here in my garden bed. I might pick up some more. I've heard that once you plant chives, you don't really have to plant them again. So I might just leave them in this corner of the garden bed to just kind of take over every year and do what they want. I'm excited to have some chive blossoms too and see what I can do with those. I've never grown chives before other than just having those Welsh onions in the backyard. We use those a lot, so I think that we would use chives just as much. I would like to grow some to put in my focaccia breads and other things, so I'm excited to see how these grow. So I couldn't resist. I had to harvest some of the lilac and a few of the wildflowers that we have. I thought they were just so cute in my harvest basket here, but I wanted to put together just a little flower vase. I love, ever since last year, since I've grown flowers, I love just having them to cut and just make little vases for the kitchen or whatever. It's just been so much fun. I've never really been much of a flower person, but in the last 2 years, I am really loving flowers and loving trying to grow them. They seem a little bit hard to grow in my area, certain ones at least, but some of the flowers that I planted last year that are perennials are growing back already, so I'm excited to see how they do. But I just had to put together a little homestead bouquet. I just couldn't resist, and it turned out beautiful. These lilac blossoms smell so good. I don't think that we can really grow. I don't think lilacs grow very well in the south where I'm from. I wasn't really familiar with these, so I even asked my friends on Instagram if these for sure were lilac, because I just wasn't totally sure. I think it's too hot in some areas of the south for them to grow. But it seems like they are well known across Colorado, and a lot of my friends knew exactly what they were. And like I said, I'm just so happy to have this little wild lilac bush tree in my yard. I'm sure it's not wild. I'm sure it was planted at some point. But to me, it's wild because I didn't plant it. And it's just beautiful. So I do hate, kind of similar to like my peony bush that I didn't know that I had. I'll show you guys that when it blooms this year. I hate that it only blooms for about 2 weeks. I wish it bloomed for much longer, but that's okay. I was just looking outside right now, and actually the blooms are kind of starting to fall off, starting to turn a little more of a pale purple color, and here we are at the end of May, so that makes sense. These wildflowers just seem to bloom mostly in the spring, but we should be looking forward to the peony bush blooming probably in July or so. That seems to be when it bloomed last year for about 2 or 3 weeks, and it was stunning, so I can't wait for that again. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me on this day for just a little spring refresh and garden update. There's going to be lots more gardening content coming soon, so if that's something you like to see, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!